Hello and welcome. I am Chakshu Roy and you're watching Laws in the Making on Rajya Sabha TV. Today on the show, we are discussing the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Amendment Bill 2019. To discuss the bill, I have on the show with me Dr. Abhishek Atre, Advocate on Record, Supreme Court of India, and Mr. J.R. Gupta, President, Senior Citizen Council, Delhi. The Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Amendment Bill 2019 was introduced in the winter session in Lok Sabha. It amends the 2007 Act, which protects all senior citizens and parents, including those who are neglected and or are unable to support themselves. The bill expands the scope of the 2007 Act and adds certain provisions for their well-being and safety.
The 2007 Act makes it legal obligation for children and heirs to provide maintenance allowance to senior citizens and parents. The 2019 bill expands definition of parents, children and relatives that comes under the scope of the law. First, it expands definition of parents to include grandparents and parents-in-law. Second, it expands definition of children to include stepchildren, adoptive children, children-in-law and legal guardians of minor children. Third, it expands definition of relatives to include minors represented by the legal guardians. The bill also amends definition of maintenance and welfare to include their safety and physical and mental well-being.
Yes, he can, because immovable property makes it into the category of resource rich and cash poor people. In old age, people, because they retire or they don't have a steady source of income, so house may be a place to live, but how do they cover the expenses that they incur day to day, that they incur for health care, that they incur for other things? Supposing they're living alone, then they have to employ a person to take care of them, then that person has to be paid. So a person may have a house, but then if he doesn't have money to maintain his standard of living, then doesn't serve much purpose.
Under 2007 Act, senior citizens can make an application for maintenance with the tribunal if they're not able to maintain a life of dignity. The tribunals can then direct children and relatives to pay a monthly maintenance fee to them. The bill removes Act's upper limit on maintenance fee of Rs 10,000. The bill instead proposes to determine the maintenance fee based on standard of living and earnings of parents or senior citizens and the earnings of children.
Yeah, definitely, because our law states that any person who will inheritance the property of the person, because inheritance is sons, daughter and all other relatives, means if a person is a childless, then in that circumstances those persons who will be acquiring his means property in inheritance, then in that circumstances maintenance can be claimed from them. Now even the law which is going to be amended soon, now the son-in-law and daughter-in-law, they will also be liable to maintain senior citizens and parents.
Children and relative will have 15 days to deposit maintenance amount with the parents of senior citizens. If the children or relative fail to comply with the maintenance order, the tribunal may issue a warrant to levy the due amount. Failure to pay such fine may lead to imprisonment of up to 1 month or until the payment is made, whichever earlier.
Mr. Gupta, you've been working with senior citizens for quite some time now. And one of the things that I wanted to start the program with you is by just asking you, what was the context in which the 2007 Act was first made by Parliament?
Yes. There was one case of Lalita Sarkar. She was a journalist. Her house was grabbed by one DCP, Mr. Dhaliwal. And that case was going in the court, High Court, so many years. Then the government considered that we should formulate one bill for exclusive of senior citizens so that speedy trial could be managed. That was the story. But this act was no doubt come into force in 2007, but it could not made so much result. As far as Delhi is concerned, Delhi, with the approval of Lieutenant Governor, 2 amendments made on 19/12/2016 and 28 July 2017. On that basis, about 150 persons got relief and got positive results from the maintenance tribunal of district magistrates, and even in some cases appellate court, that is division commissioner in Delhi. As far as, because we are working ground level pe, and we have seen such cases in large number. About 30% senior citizens are complaining against their children, but 70% are not complaining because of emotional reasons. Out of 30%, we are also getting 5 to 7 calls per day. We have a recreation center in Green Park Extension Community Center, and we are find the affected senior citizens, their sons are those who are working in the multinational companies.
Okay, so what you're saying is a lot of senior citizens are calling you up.
Yes.
Very often they are being abandoned, and they are being abandoned by children
Yes, yes.
who have the financial means to take care of the parents.
Yes, yes.
Dr. Atre, let me bring you into the conversation. What Mr. Gupta is referring to is possibly some cases which are getting reported, a large number of cases which are not getting reported. In your experience as a lawyer, in the Supreme Court of India, what are the kind of, litigation that comes to courts when it comes to senior citizens or their dependents?
No, under old act regarding the senior citizens, if we compare with the section 125 CRPC, a similar provision is also there for maintenance. The procedure was so complicated that a person has to file an application. Now,
for the benefit of our viewers, can you tell us what was, section 125 of the CRPC?
125 CRPC is in broader aspect. It provides maintenance rights to wife, children as well as parents. But in that section only mother and fathers are there. By this 2007 Act, a special act this was a special act for all parents and senior citizens. The difficulty in that act, several difficulties were removed. In fact, this 2019 amendment, if we compare both these, it's entirely a new act in itself. Several provisions were amended. Previously, in the definition of parents, only parents and those senior citizens whose relatives who are not able to maintain themselves. But here, this condition was removed, who are not able to maintain themselves. Previously, it was upper limit was 10,000. Now that limit was removed. Now, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, they have also come into picture. From them, one important thing, at several places it is used that there will be one helpline number across the nation, and duties of government also fixed that they will publish on website. Complaint can be filed by online, by registered post, by any person authorized by a senior citizen. So these are very important factors. By this will be a very effective tool in the hands of senior citizen. And one more important aspect, previously there was also punishment of 1 month if a person against whom this maintenance order is passed, that he shall be imprisoned for 1 month. But 1 month regarding what? That was not explained. Here it is defined, for every default, tribunal can issue warrant. For every default, once tribunal issued warrant and it is not complied, 1 month will be imposed, 1 month imprisonment. So it will affect as a deterrent also.
Okay, and we will talk about what the provisions of the bill are a little later. But Gupta ji, एक चीज़ जो मैं आपसे समझना चाहता था वो ये थी कि जो हमारे वृद्ध लोग हैं उनकी जो पॉपुलेशन है वो बढ़ रही है, और वो इसलिए बढ़ रही है क्योंकि मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज़ अच्छी हो गई हैं, जो एज है, लॉन्जेविटी वो बढ़ गई है. तो ये जो समस्याएं हैं उनकी मेंटेनेंस को लेके, उनके रहन सहन को लेके, ये पहले क्यों नहीं होती थी और अब क्यों होने लग गई हैं ज़्यादा?
इसका एक रीज़न है कि पहले हमारे यहाँ जॉइंट फैमिली बहुत ज़्यादा होती थी और अब न्यूक्लियर सिस्टम आ गया है, खासकर शहरों में प्रॉब्लम है. और मैं समझता हूँ दिल्ली में सबसे ज़्यादा है. दिल्ली में क्यों समस्या ज़्यादा है? आई कैन स्पीक हिंदी और इंग्लिश. दिल्ली में क्यों दिक्कत है? दिल्ली में दिक्कत ये है कि दिल्ली में जो आज से 1980s के टाइम पे फ्लैट्स की कीमत जो होती थी वो हज़ारों में होती थी और अभी जो है करोड़ों में हो रही है। और कुछ माँ बाप ने इमोशनल रिलेशन की वजह से उन्होंने 15, 20, 25 साल पहले अपने बच्चों के नाम वो प्रॉपर्टी ट्रांसफ़र कर दी और उन लोगों ने, बच्चों ने फिर वो शादी होने के बाद उन लोगों ने उनको नेगलेक्ट कर दिया और वो कोर्टों तक चले गए। तो मेन मुद्दा प्रॉपर्टी का है एक तो, और एक घर में जो है जो बच्चे सन और डॉटर इन लॉ मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी में काम करती हैं और वहाँ पर जा कर के उनको जो है वो 8 बजे सवेरे निकल जाते हैं, रात को 8 बजे जाते हैं, तो सीनियर सिटीजन अपने आप को नेगलेक्ट मानते हैं और वो उनको ज़्यादा तवज्जो भी नहीं देते हैं। और इस वजह से ये मेंटेनेंस एक्ट आया है और उसमें बड़ा रिलीफ होगा। ये जो नया कानून बना है, अभी बता रहे थे अत्रे साहब भी, आई फुल्ली एग्री इनके साथ में कि ये कानून में बहुत कुछ अच्छा होगा। और ये जो प्रेजेंट कानून है इसमें कुछ फ़र्क है। मैं पुराने की बात अभी कर रहा हूँ। पुराने में क्या था कि पहले के सीनियर सिटीजन को नोटिस इशू होने के बाद 6 महीने का टाइम देते थे कि आपने केस पूरा करना है। इसके अंदर ये कर रहे हैं कि आप जो है जिस दिन आपने एप्लीकेशन फाइल करी उसके 90 डेज में उसको पूरा करेंगे ट्रिब्यूनल कोर्ट। इसके अलावा जो 80 साल से ऊपर का है उसको 60 डेज में करना पड़ेगा आपको। तो ये बहुत अच्छी चीज़ सजेशन से आया है ये बिल। लेकिन इसमें केसेस मेन जो प्रॉब्लम आ रही है एडिशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट के यहाँ और डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट के यहाँ वो टाइम लिमिट एडहेयर नहीं हो रही है और 1-2 साल लग रहे हैं।
Okay. Dr. Atre, in your opening remarks, one of the things that you mentioned was that there is already a provision, which is an omnibus provision which covers women, children, parents, when it comes to maintenance, and that's under the CRPC. And then the 2007 Act is a much more broad-based,
Yes, special
specifically targeted. What are the legal steps involved if you want to choose the route of CRPC to claim maintenance from somebody else?
No, for to invoke CRPC, you have to file a proper petition on normal courts. But here, tribunals are being created under this act. When there are separate tribunals, no doubt it will be fast track, like fast track courts, because those tribunals are for this purpose only. So it is much more effective remedy in comparison to 125 CRPC, and therefore the provision is also there. If there is any application pending in 125 CRPC, they are being allowed to withdraw that application and to file here, and the date of application shall be treated as the date of filing 125 CRPC application. Previously in 2007, it was the provision was that the maintenance should be applicable from the date of order. Now here the provision is maintenance will be applicable from the date of application.
Okay. So those are important points, and I want to take them on the second half of the show. It's time for us to head into a break. When we come back, we will discuss the penalties for abandonment and abuse of senior citizens, establishment and regulation of senior care homes, and other provisions for their safety and welfare. Welcome back. On the program today, we are discussing the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Amendment Bill 2019. The bill expands the scope of the 2007 Act and adds certain provisions for the safety and well-being of parents and senior citizens.
The bill amends the penalty provision and adds abuse to offences. The bill defines abuse as physical abuse, verbal and emotional abuse, and economic abuse, neglect and abandonment causing assault, injury, physical or mental suffering. The penalty for abandonment and abuse of senior citizens and parents under the bill is a prison term between 3 to 6 months or a fine up to 10,000 or both.
No. Any person who is capable of earning or who is having resources in order to maintain his parents and senior citizens, then parents and senior citizen can ask maintenance from all the even from all the siblings or any one particular sibling who is capable of to maintain them. That can be asked.
Under the bill, private organizations can establish or maintain senior citizens' care homes to provide residential facilities for the care of senior citizens or daycare centers for senior citizens. Such private senior care organizations must be registered with the registration authority set up by the state government. The state government will also designate a regulatory authority to monitor their functioning. The central government will prescribe minimum standards such as food, infrastructure, and medical facilities for these homes.
See, this is for the tribunal to decide because it's a process. I can appeal as an elderly person to the tribunal, and then the tribunal will call the other party and see what's. It's not to say that the right of the elderly is absolute. It's nobody's case that if the children can't maintain themselves, they still have to pay. That is not the case. But if the tribunal feels that the children are in a position to pay, then if you are taking a specific case, then how many other children are there? What share they can give? What share this person can give? Tribunal will look at all these things and then decide on the amount. But of course, at the moment, there is no like for women's rights, a certain proportion of the income of the husband is taken into consideration. But here, I think that limit has not been defined. So if it was defined in terms of proportion of income, then I think elderly would be little better off.
For the safety and welfare of senior citizens, the bill also mandates every police station to have one officer to deal with issues related to senior citizens and parents. State governments are also required to constitute a special police unit for senior citizens in every district. A state-level helpline linked to healthcare facilities, police department and other related agencies will also be set up and maintained.
Dr. Atre, before we went into the break, you were describing to us the specialized process between CRPC and the process of tribunals under this act. And one of the things that you mentioned was that a specific tribunal obviously, creates a time-bound mechanism. And Mr. Gupta was also referring to the fact that now there is a time-bound mechanism for 90 days that has been prescribed. What are some of the other provisions that are being, brought in through this amendment bill?
Like daycare homes. Previously, the name was old age homes. Now, daycare homes. It will be established across India. And now private and non-government organizations, they can also establish. For them, criteria is to be defined under rules, which will be framed by central government.
And that seems to be.
And registering authority. Previously, it was any society. Now it is which had to be registered under Societies Registration Act. Now here, specific registering authorities are there, which can grant them license, which can cancel their license, the criteria, which minimum requirement they have to fulfill these NGOs. So everything is to be streamlined. And by this process, that online also you can file a complaint. It's a very good step. It differentiates normal courts and these tribunals. By registered post, by online, by any person, suo moto, these tribunals can take cognizance.
And probably the idea is that how do you make it easier for senior citizens to reach out to the courts without having
even by a phone call.
Even by a phone call. Okay.
By helpline.
गुप्ता जी, एक चीज क्योंकि आपने 2007 का एक्ट देखा और अब ये संशोधन जो 2019 का है आप उसे देख रहे हैं, तो ऐसे क्या बड़े बदलाव आ रहे हैं इन दोनों इस 2019 के संशोधन कानून से जो कि 2007 के कानून में नहीं थे?
2007 में और 2019 में मेन एक कारण ये है कि इसमें 10,000 का पर मंथ का था, वो बहुत थोड़ा था.
जो मेंटेनेंस आपको दी जाती थी एज ए सीनियर सिटीजन, उसका दाम, उसका 10,000 की लिमिट थी.
लिमिट थी.
अब उस 10,000 की लिमिट को हटा दिया
गया जी. एक तो ये है. दूसरा ये है,
previously it was only maintenance. Now it is for dignified life.
Okay.
The word is used for dignified life.
Okay.
Previously it was medical only. Now healthcare also included in the terms.
Okay.
So by removing this 10,000 limit, it can go up to any extent by which these persons were using their life, they were enjoying their life, and their children are enjoying their life.
Okay. So some bit of how they were living currently and how they should be able to live in the future. Or
2007 में एक बहुत बड़ा लैंडमार्क जजमेंट है देयर इज फ्रॉम हाई कोर्ट एज वेल एज सुप्रीम कोर्ट दैट सुप्रीम कोर्ट और हाई कोर्ट विल नॉट इंटरफेयर in the finding of the district magistrate or appellant division commissioner. Because in one case of Southern Enclave, I referred with the district magistrate, he decided in favor of daughter-in-law, and after that the senior citizen was gone to appellant court, and he decided in favor of senior citizen. Then daughter-in-law and son went to High Court. High Court refused to interfere, but he told, being a father and children case, we can allow you 6 months time. After that, the same person go to Supreme Court in October 2019. Supreme Court also reiterated that we will not interfere in the decision of the appellate court, and we will give you 6 months time. So now it is very good for the senior citizen, because in High Court and Supreme Court so many years are going on, but now the district magistrate and only
हाँ, अगर आप डिफरेंस, हाँ, अगर 2007 और 2019 का थोड़ा सा अगर आप डिफरेंस भी बताते, जैसे कि जो 2007 की डेफिनेशन थी पेरेंट की, अब 2019 की जो
वो चिल्ड्रन की डेफिनेशन, स्टेप मदर, डॉटर इन लॉ, सन इन लॉ, वो इसमें आ गए हैं. दूसरी बात इसमें यह है कि वो टाइम लिमिट पहले होता था डेट ऑफ नोटिस, जैसे फर्ज के किसी ने अप्लाई किया, उसने डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट की एप्लीकेशन डाली, हिंदी जो अनपढ़ आदमी था हिंदी में डाली उसने एप्लीकेशन, और वो 2 महीने वहाँ डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट में पड़ी रही, और उसके बाद उसने नोटिस उसको इशू करता था, दोनों को, डॉटर इन लॉ को और सीनियर सिटीजन को, तो उसमें बहुत टाइम लगता था. नए कानून में भी ये हो गया है कि जिस दिन से वो अप्लाई करेगा उसी दिन से वो डेट मानी जाएगी, और वो जो है 90 डेज में उसको क्लियर करना पड़ेगा, और अगर 80 ईयर्स प्लस है वो तो उसको 60 डेज में करेगा. ये
Okay.
बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है.
Okay. Dr. Atre, 2 or 3 things that are coming out from what Mr. Gupta is saying. One is that there is an expansion of the definition of who are children
Correct.
who need to provide maintenance. That's one. Second, that now the process of time-bound adjudication of these cases has been a little more clarified. So now the period of 90 days begins from the date the case is submitted to the tribunal, and then, you know, hopefully the attempt is to clear it on 90 days. What are some of the other such provisions that are there? You talked about, you know, establishment of senior citizens homes. Are there other penal provisions which are there to ensure more compliance with the law?
Yes, for the first time by this 2019 Act, the punishment for abusing or abandonment is added. Previously it was not there in 2007 Act. Abusing and abandonment, if children abandon any person, and in the definition of abusing, even verbal abuse, mental abuse are also there. The punishment will be minimum 3 months, which can extend to 6 months. 6 months. So it's a very good provision. It will help these senior citizens very much across India.
Okay. गुप्ता जी, एक चीज़ मैं और देख रहा था बिल के अंदर जिस पे काफ़ी फोकस नहीं किया है लोगों का, वो ये है कि सरकारी एस्टैब्लिशमेंट में सीनियर सिटीजन्स के लिए सेपरेट क्यूज़ और कुछ और फैसिलिटीज़ की भी बात करी गई है. आपको क्या लगता है कि ऐसे स्टेप्स और होने चाहिए?
होने चाहिए, लेकिन ग्राउंड लेवल पे ऐसा नहीं है. रिजर्व बैंक ने भी गाइडलाइंस इशू किया था कि भाई हर बैंक में सीनियर सिटीजन के क्यू होगा, लेकिन वो कोई क्यू नहीं हुआ. फिर हमने उनको रिप्रेजेंट किया और उन्होंने फिर ये कहा जी कि हमारे पास स्टाफ नहीं है तो मेंटेन नहीं कर सकते हैं, कस्टमर ज़्यादा है हमारे पास. तो मेरा कहने का मतलब है कि पॉलिसी तो बन जाती है, इसको इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं होता है, तो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन जरूरी चाहिए इसमें. और इसमें मेन चीज़ ये आई कि ये नया कानून जो बन रहा है, मैं समझता हूँ इसमें लोगों को बहुत रिलीफ मिलेगा, खासकर उन लोगों को जिनको के मेरे पास ऐसे केसेस भी हैं जिसमें कि 2 साल से उनको मेंटेनेंस नहीं मिला ऑर्डर होने के बाद भी. तो ये चीज़ें इसमें नहीं हो पाएगी, और इसमें जो है इसमें इम्प्रिजमेंट भी है और फाइन भी है, दोनों है.
And Dr. Atre, I was just reading through the provisions of the bill, and one of the provisions was that in case, you know, the children do not pay the maintenance, then there is much harsher penalties to make sure that they comply. I think there is some warrant process.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Now, and these provisions are under CRPC. CRPC will be applicable, Code of Criminal Procedure, like criminal actions. If a person failed to comply the orders, previously it was only 1 month punishment was there if he fails for any number of time. Now here it provides for every default, tribunal can issue separate warrant.
Okay.
Suppose 1 month or 2-3 months a person don't pay, and the aggrieved person file an application that he is not paying me. For that period, 1 warrant. If again after 3 months he don't pay and he the senior citizen file an application, again fresh warrant. For every warrant, penalty will be 1 month imprisonment.
Okay.
Or whatever time if he pays in between, whichever is earlier.
So hopefully this might be a
This-
disincentive
yes.
for people to ensure that they comply with the law.
They comply with.
गुप्ता जी, आखिरी कमेंट्स आपके इस कानून के ऊपर कि इसका क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा सीनियर सिटीजन्स पर और उनके बच्चों पर?
मैं समझता हूँ कि इसमें केसेस बहुत कम होंगे अब आगे से, ऐसे केसेस जल्दी निपटेंगे, क्योंकि पहले उनको मालूम था कि बहुत टाइम लगता है, इसलिए वो अप्लाई नहीं करते थे। अब लोग और ज़्यादा अप्लाई करेंगे और इसका वो बेनिफिट उठाएंगे। लेकिन मैं इसके साथ साथ राज्यसभा टीवी के सामने कहना चाहता हूँ कि सीनियर सिटीजन को जो है विल करनी चाहिए, अपनी प्रॉपर्टी को ट्रांसफ़र नहीं करना चाहिए। ये बहुत बड़ी बात है, ताकि उन लोगों को बुढ़ापे में उनको लुक आफ्टर कर सकें बच्चे। और इसके अलावा एक और चीज़ है, हालांकि इसमें सेल डीड और गिफ्ट डीड भी वापस मिल सकती है। ये भी
Okay.
है।
Dr. Atre, close the program with us by explaining what those provisions are.
Regarding this provision, if there is a condition that they will maintain, suppose parents transfer their property by way of gift or otherwise, what otherwise is used, even by a special power of attorney, and if there is a condition that they will, the children will maintain them, and if they don't maintain, the law says it will be treated as this gift was taken by fraud or by using coercion or by undue pressure. So
And
it can be reverted back to the senior
And the
citizen.
gift can be reverted back.
Yes, it
Okay,
can be.
that's all. Thank you, Dr. Gupta and Dr. Atre. That's all the time that we have on the show. Thank you for joining us in the discussion. It is time for us to end the show. You can watch our shows on the RSTV page of YouTube. We will be back with a new issue and a new episode. Keep watching Rajya Sabha TV.